everyone, Courtney here at the Yellowstone Wildlife Sanctuary in Red Lodge, Montana with another episode of Experience Our Wild. So with everything surrounding coronavirus, there's a lot of talk about how we can prevent the spread of this virus through keeping our hands clean, wearing masks, sanitizing, everything. In our opinion, one of the best animals to talk about how to keep yourself clean is the turkey vulture. So with me today we have Uncle Fester and Lurch. Both Uncle Fester and Lurch were found with wing injuries that prevented them from being able to fly, and especially flying long distances. And this is really important for turkey vultures because they are a type of migratory species. So turkey vultures will join flocks of several other different species, sandhill cranes included, and they will join those flocks, and we sometimes call them kettles, and they will fly hundreds or thousands of miles to Mexico or Central America for the winter time. And then come spring, they migrate up north, all the way up into Canada. And so to be able to fly and to fly well is really important for turkey vultures. And since we can't migrate our turkey vultures every year, we have this indoor-outdoor enclosure for them. Turkey vultures do such a good job at keeping environments and ecosystems clean that their genus Cathartes means to purify or to cleanse. And so they're really important in that process of decomposition, of breaking things down and returning them to the soil. As you might know, turkey vultures eat dead things, or what we call carrion. And so if there is an animal that's killed on the road or killed by a predator and there's a carcass remaining, it's going to attract a turkey vulture. They're one of the few species of birds that actually has a sense of smell, and it's a pretty keen sense of smell too. So if a mountain lion kills a deer and then they bury it in leaves and debris, a turkey vulture will be able to soar over that carcass and be able to smell it through those dead leaves and actually pinpoint where that carcass is. One of the biggest myths out there, and a fear really, is that turkey vultures spread diseases, right? Because they eat dead things. They eat meat that is rotten. They eat animals that may have died from diseases. So there is this fear that turkey vultures will spread diseases, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Turkey vultures have a lot of really incredible adaptations to not only protect themselves from those diseases, but also to clean up our environment and keep those diseases from spreading. So one of the first ways that turkey vultures keep themselves clean is that you might notice that they have a red head, and there are no feathers on their head. And when a turkey vulture is eating a dead animal, they will stick their head inside of that body, and their head might come out with blood and guts and all kinds of gross things on them. And so without having feathers on their head, they're able to clean themselves off. Their head's going to bake in the sun, and the sun is going to help kill off any diseases or germs that's on them. Another pretty cool thing that turkey vultures do is that they will often poop on their legs. And so when a lot of species of birds do this, we call it urohydrosis. And urohydrosis helps birds that live in hotter climates, or if it's a hot day here in Montana, they can poop on their legs, and through evaporation, it actually cools down their body temperature. But turkey vultures have an added benefit of pooping on their legs. Their poop acts as a cleanser. And so if they poop on their legs, if they've been standing on a carcass that has a lot of bacteria and viruses and diseases potentially on it, they want to make sure that they're not going to carry those diseases on their feet. So by pooping on their legs and on their feet, their poop is actually cleaning off any sort of diseases, just like using hand sanitizer or washing our hands with soap and water. And one of the final ways that turkey vultures protect themselves from diseases and germs is through their stomachs. So as they're eating this rotten meat, their stomachs are able to break down those diseases and bacteria. And so they have special enzymes that help in this process, but they also have incredibly acidic stomachs, so much more acidic than what we humans have. So if we were to eat raw, rotten meat, we would get very sick from it. But a turkey vulture, that acidity is going to break down anything that could potentially make it sick. when animals like turkey vultures pick up food and carry it away from the source of where that animal died, they're also preventing that animal from leaching any sort of toxins into the soil or into water, and what could potentially be our drinking water. Therefore, turkey vultures are really important in keeping ecosystems clean, not only for wildlife and other plants, but also for humans. So next time you are driving by and you see roadkill and there's a bunch of turkey vultures hanging out, you can just remember, that they're doing their part in keeping that ecosystem clean for you and I.